3K is death to steal. Yeah, he's stealing from you. That's what it is. He's stealing from you. Sure, people struggle with it, and then, you know, they get this ad essentially, and they're just like, oh, that sounds easy. Oh, and the piano giveaway, wow. You know, he's just like enticing people on the lower end. Didn't mean that to sound that way. That's so weird to announce this on your like page where you're selling piano lessons. Like why, what is the purpose of that? There's no purpose to that unless you're trying to recruit people. Okay, that was pretty concerning. Oh, this seems crazy, dude. Wait, this seems insane. We might have to read this, guys. He's skipping over the best part right here, guys. We're gonna move on to this Scientology scam thing. We're gonna have fun tonight. All right, so this is an interesting one here. This guy, very vampire look. Is this related to music or just Scientology? It's related to music. It's actually a piano teacher that's related. It's like a Scientology scam. Fix your beard, bro. What's wrong with it? Okay,
all right, everyone. Welcome to part 2.
So this is the Ridley Academy, worse than a scam. So this guy did the part 1 of this, and we actually went over this on stream. I think he's going to go over what he talked about in the last one. This is a pretty long one, but this is pretty interesting. The guy in the thumbnail. Oh, okay. Okay, I was ready. I'll go fix it. If you guys got stuff we should watch, send it in the Discord.
All right, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of exposing Stephen Ridley's piano scam. If you're not already aware of who Stephen Ridley is, he's the guy from this ad. I'm sure most of you have seen it by now. Anyway, a few weeks ago, I made a shorter video about this, talking about why I believe Stephen Ridley's course is a scam, and mentioning his ties to the Church of Scientology. I drastically underestimated the impact this video would have, and I drastically underestimated the amount of people who care about this issue.
Yeah, that first video of his popped off pretty hard.
So today...
Bro's gonna get kidnapped for this video? Yeah, dude, he's gonna get Scientologized. That's not a good thing.
I'm going to fix that. This video will be a bit of a repeat from the last video, but I'm going to go into way more detail about Stephen and his course, and I'm going...
Dude, okay, I just realized something. The way his arms are like this, it makes me think his arms are like tied together, like he's like fucking stuck to a chair or something. What's the context / TLDR part 1? So, basically the guy who's like selling you these courses, he's just teaching you like basic information. I don't think he really dived into the Scientology part very much.
I'm going to confront one of the Ridley Academy employees who's been accused of doing some pretty bad stuff. So hopefully I'm going to uncover the real people and the real intentions behind the Ridley Academy once and for all. And I'll just tell you guys right now, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that the Ridley Academy is a recruiting front for the Church of Scientology.
Okay, ooh, this is kind of interesting. Okay.
According to Stephen's various self-published bios, he grew up in a small village in South Yorkshire, England, in a family of modest means.
I grew up in a village, 40 people, nothing to do. I didn't see anything. I just want to escape.
He began to play piano.
I feel like this is a war between vampires. They both give me vampire vibes. What is okay, we're gonna do this. Why is Scientology bad? I mean, okay, they make members pay money. It's kind of like more like a cult. Scientology controversies. Let's see. Attack the attacker policy. So they have this like reputation for attacking people who criticize them. Litigation against critics. It's a lot of shit, dude. Dead agenting. I don't even know what that is. Provide negative information or propaganda about an enemy or critic. So lying about your critics, essentially. There's a lot. As you can see, there's a lot of shit here. Mistreatment of members. Person was charged of murdering their father and sister and seriously injuring their mother. Her parents had prevented her from seeking the psychiatric treatment she needed because of their Scientology beliefs. It's like, I can keep going, dude. Like, yeah, the belief itself is pretty crazy too, from what I've heard.
At the age of 2, and taught himself until he began to receive formal training at age 9. At age 11, he began to attend the Queen Elizabeth Grammar School, a private boys' school in Wakefield, England, where he continued to receive piano lessons.
I don't know if I really care about the background information. Okay, we'll skip to this. How good is this guy, the scam guy?
Stephen has had a lot of success as a performing singer and pianist. He has performed for some really big crowds, some really powerful and influential people, and for some really big companies and brands.
Then I'm going to be playing at the opening of the Monaco Grand Prix.
But why is this? I'll admit, Stephen is a pretty good singer. Wings of Pegasus made a video about him using pitch correction on his voice in his ads, but regardless of that, I have to admit he has a good voice, although I don't personally enjoy the sound of it. However, his piano playing...
This guy's speaking like a robot right now.
Definitely a different story. I would never have guessed that he started playing when he was 2, took lessons for many years starting at age 9, and has continued to practice until his current age of around 35. He plays like an amateur. I have only seen him use 3 basic playing techniques, which I think can be summarized with this quote from Steven himself.
The illusion of complexity is created by doing many
Looks like an elf.
simple things at the same time.
Piano giveaway at the end. What? That's crazy. Okay, that's, yeah, Scientology stuff right there, for sure.
The first technique he uses is playing blues scales with his right hand while he plays octaves or chords with his left. This may seem complex, but for any pianist with a bit of experience, it's pretty easy to get the hang of. The second technique he uses is playing arpeggios with his right hand, while again playing octaves or chords with his left. This is an even easier technique than the previous one, as once you know how chords work and when to play them, all you have to do is play whatever 3 or 4 notes are in the chord.
Yeah, I don't really care about this, bro. Okay, yeah, I'm more interested in the scam. I mean, I don't really care about like whether or not he's good, right? Let's get to this part. Okay, the Ridley Academy. His arms are tied to his legs. Dude, wait, hold on. I got, guys, I know what's going on here. So this Ridley guy, he probably betrayed his other Scientologists, and the Scientology people hired this guy, this Raphael guy, to do that misinformation scheme shit against him. See what I'm saying here? The Diddler Academy, that's pretty good.
December of 2018, Steven announced for the first time that he was making a piano course. From the very beginning, he branded it as a completely new way of learning that would revolutionize music education. In March of 2019, he released the Ridley Academy. At this point, it included 2 courses. The first was the Complete Piano Masterclass, which he claimed would take anyone from a complete
a lot of like dry information in this
beginner
so far.
to a master pianist within 12 months with only 3 minutes of practice per day.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was really funny in the other video. So you only need to practice 3 minutes a day for 12 months and you'll be a master. There's no way that's true.
Later, he also claimed that the course could be completed in as little as 6 months, and that it was 150 times faster than traditional methods of learning piano.
I can teach you piano more than 150 times faster than the way I did it. I can teach you with just 3 minutes practice per day. It takes 6 to 12 months of 3 minutes per day.
The second course he offered was the Artist Development Program. In this course, he would teach singing, songwriting, composing, and how to market yourself as a musician and build an audience. This continued until the pandemic, when he began to really ramp up his advertising. I remember starting to see his ads in 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, bro, wait. 3 minutes a day. Hold on. That's like...
Oh, shit.
That maximum divided by... It's like 100 hours? 100 something hours?
And in 2023, he started advertising even more. In July of 2023, he posted his iconic 4 chords ad. As of right now, this ad has been viewed over 80 million times. Currently, he offers 3 courses through the Ridley Academy. The most popular one is still the Complete Piano Masterclass, but he sees...
Dude, those prices though. Putting BWB to shame, dude. Holy shit, dude. $2,997.
But he seems to have taken his artist development program from a few years ago and broken it up into 2 courses, a singing course and a marketing yourself as a musician course.
I mean, this is pretty much definitively a scam. 3 minutes a day and you pay $3,000.
Combined cost of these courses is nearly $8,000, but he frequently gives large discounts in his free masterclasses and brings the combined price down to about $1,400, which he frames as an absolute steal. In this video, I am focusing on the piano course, but I believe most of what I will say about it applies to his other courses as well.
Did he invest in this? I wonder if he paid money for this.
All of these claims about the effectiveness of the Ridley Academy are, of course, dishonest, but I'll get to that, because the scam starts before you even buy the course. Let's put ourselves into the perspective of some
3K is def to steal. Yeah, he's stealing from you. That's what it is. He's stealing from you.
Maybe a little naive, seeing one of his ads pop up for the first time. So, you're on YouTube, you're watching videos, when his ad comes up.
This guy also gives me some werewolf vibes. I could also see him being a werewolf.
And you think, wow, this is incredible. He can teach me how to play piano, and he's got a free masterclass. You click on the link, and you're taken to the page to register for the free live masterclass. Once you register, you get directed to another page, which says, not only is the masterclass free and live, but Steven will also be giving away a $4,000 digital piano for free to one lucky attendee of the masterclass.
This incredible $4,000 piano for free.
This sounds great. Right? Well, a lot of people have had this exact experience, and what many of them have said is that, first of all, the masterclass is not actually live. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's just a pre-recorded video with fake live chat comments. Secondly, Steven spent
I wish we could see that.
very little time teaching anything during this masterclass, and spends most of the time trying to convince you to buy his paid course using various high-pressure sales tactics. Then at the end,
Oh my
when
God.
it's time to give away the piano, he'll either pretend to give it away, or
Bro, I'm kind of mad he's not playing clips of that. I want to see that. I want to see some guy who's a Scientologist using high pressure sales tactics that are pre-recorded with a fake chat. I'm assuming he didn't want to include it in this video because he doesn't want to get struck down, or maybe he doesn't have the footage, but that sounds fucking hilarious.
pretend something in the live chat malfunctioned so he can't give it away. He supposedly gives away a free piano every week, but I have not heard of a single person ever actually getting.
Well, I mean, he could afford that. I mean, if he's charging $3K a person.
So that's lie number 1 from Steven Ridley. Lie number 2 is his claim that traditional music education is painful, boring, and inefficient.
They were tremendously overwhelming. Difficult, boring, disciplined.
He tries to scare people away from real education so they buy his course by telling them that if they get a normal piano teacher, they'll be put under a huge amount of pressure and stress, they'll have to make...
I still don't know how people fall in these traps to access the information we have today. I mean, when the title says that it can turn you into a master in 15 minutes, it should automatically be skipped. I think because some people, they're like, oh man, I've tried everything to learn piano and it's like really hard. You know, this is much more difficult than I thought it would be. And then they see this guy in this ad all of a sudden while they're watching these videos, and he's just like, for just 3 minutes a day, and you can join my free masterclass and then practice for 3 minutes a day, and then you can become a master. You know what I mean? It just sounds easier. Yeah, it appeals to desperation.
sense of thousands of incomprehensible symbols.
There are thousands of symbols which no one understands.
And learn a huge amount of useless music theory, and they'll have to practice for hours every day for 15 years.
6 hours of practice a day for 15 years.
And on top of all that, everything will be taught in Latin.
It's still taught in Latin, which no one
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part too. That was funny.
understands.
Any musician who has taken lessons will know that none of this is true. Teaching piano and music is a very old practice that has been perfected for centuries, and it's usually structured in a way that is as easy for a beginner to understand as possible. Your teacher will start with very basic concepts, and you will practice and improve these concepts, and then you will gradually learn more advanced things and practice those, and that's how you actually become a good pianist. You'll be able to understand the symbols and read music. You don't have to learn a lot of theory, but of course it's always a good idea. You won't have to practice for hours, although many pianists do because they love playing. It won't take you 15 years to get good, and most importantly, your teacher will never talk to you in Latin. That's an absolutely insane thing for him to say. It's never happened.
I'm trying to learn piano, but I can't understand a single fucking thing my teacher says. I have to pull out Google Translate every 30 seconds. I had no idea what this guy's saying to me. This is impossible.
Of course, there are some bad
I wish somebody would just make it easy.
teachers, but they are definitely not a reflection of the entire piano teacher community. So if you go to a piano teacher and they aren't very good, you can just go to a different one. So there is already a lot of dishonesty here, and we haven't even talked about his actual course yet, which there are a lot of problems with. The first is that although he says it's a totally new approach to learning piano, it does not include a single new idea. For example, his 4-chord concept is something that people have been talking about for a really long time, and his famous 4-chord ad bears a very striking similarity to the 4-chord song by The Axis of Awesome.
Just 4?
Yeah, these 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 chords.
He tries to make some of his ideas look new by explaining them differently from how they're usually taught, but this just makes them more confusing. Listen to how he explains chord extensions.
So if we
Do you think most people give up after trying to learn through YouTube videos? I'm sure I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to really like judge that, but I'm sure people struggle with it. And then, they get this ad essentially, and then they're just like, oh, that sounds easy. Oh, and the piano giveaway. Wow. He's just like enticing people on the lower end. Didn't mean that to sound that way.
play an expanded chord, all we really mean is more notes at the same time. And again, if you're taking notes, as crazy as this is, just write this down. If you want to instantly make your music sound so much more powerful.
I feel like his ears are a red flag.
I think he should explain how chord extensions work and the logic behind them like a normal person, but that would be music theory. And music theory is useless.
This is the next evolution in piano education.
As for the claim that you'll only have to practice for 3 minutes a day for a few months to become a master pianist, no reasonable person would ever seriously suggest that. Getting good at piano takes a lot of effort. It doesn't take as much effort with traditional lessons as Steven says it does, but it's hard. And if you want to learn piano but only practice 3 minutes a day, I don't think you really want to learn piano. Now that we've established that the course contains...
Bro, 3 minutes a day is crazy, because I used to have to take piano lessons as a kid, and I started at probably at like age 5 or 4 or something, and I did it for like until I was maybe like 12, and like I used to have to go for lessons like an hour twice a week, I think, and then I had to practice on my own time as well too, which I pretty much did not. But I don't know, just to hear 3 minutes a day, that's insane to me.
No original ideas, and that practicing 3 minutes a day won't get you anywhere, we have to ask, what does this course offer that makes it worth $2,997? And the answer to that is nothing. Every single bit of information in this course is already available for free online. In addition to it being free, it will be explained in a much less confusing way. If you do want to learn piano online, I would suggest using all the free information that's out there, but if you don't want to look for it and want something more structured, you can buy a much cheaper course like Piano for All, or from someone like Charles Cornell, or Tone-Based Piano, or Open Studio Jazz, or a huge amount of other options. However, the best way to learn piano is to get in-person lessons. You could get over a year of real lessons for the price of Steven's course, and it would absolutely be worth it. Taking all of this into consideration...
Hopefully he doesn't plug his own course here. That would probably not be the best move.
You would hope that a course like this
I don't think he does.
would at least have a good refund policy, but it doesn't even have that. Steven promises a lifetime guaranteed refund, but based on the numerous bad Google and Trustpilot...
2 hours a week is 17 minutes a day. Yeah, but the only problem with that is I was supposed to practice on my own too, which I did sometimes. So, yeah.
Reviews of the Ridley Academy, it's pretty undeniable that Steven is not following through with these promises. Some people have said that they haven't had a problem with the refunds, which is good, but there are definitely a lot of people who have.
Well, I mean, if he's got fake chat, you know, you can have fake reviews and refunders too.
Now, all of my opinions on the course are mostly based on my own experience from having spent almost my entire life in the piano world, but I also have statistics on my side.
How do I get to this piano world?
As you can see from this handy bar graph, 0% of good pianists were taught by Steven Ridley, while 100% of good pianists were not taught by Steven Ridley. So we know Steven Ridley is deceiving people and taking their money.
Bro, okay, that's funny, but like, just throwing it in randomly when you're making a point.
Not taught by Steven Ridley. So we know Steven Ridley is deceiving people and taking their money. This sounds pretty bad, right? Well, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It gets so much worse. In November of 2018, just a month before he first mentioned the Ridley Academy, Steven announced that he was a Scientologist and had been one for 4 years. This is very...
That's so weird to announce this on your, like, page where you're selling piano lessons. Like, what is the purpose of that? There's no purpose to that unless you're trying to recruit people, right?
Significant, but in order for everyone to fully understand this and the rest of the video...
Bro, that was fucking crazy. Should we read that? Hold on a second here. This might be interesting. Oh, this seems crazy, dude. Wait, this seems insane. We might have to read this, guys. He's skipping over the best part right here, guys. I've been doing Scientology for around 4 years. Surprise! I'd heard the rumors and I'd seen the black propaganda. Apparently this guy's a racist too. But honestly, that only made me more curious. I figured at worst, it would be a cool new experience. And another weird moment in my life. I've done a lot of weird things in my life in search of more. I've stood on my head meditating in India. Okay. I've got blind drunk over and over and over just to feel comfortable on a night out. And I've worked 20 hours a day in a job I hated just to buy more stuff. The list goes on. Truthfully, I have searched for freedom and everything and money and travel and work and success. Bro, this is crazy because you know at the end of it, he's going to be like, you know what gave me all of this though? Something better, something more enlightening. Scientology. Click the link below. At 24, I'd done everything that pop culture tells you you should to make you happy. I'd made a stack of money. I've had businesses. I had straight A grades. I had impressive jobs. I'd had a lot of sex. So much fucking sex, goddammit. I bought a lot of shit. I traveled the world more than once. I followed my dreams. I was running out of antidotes to the seeming emptiness of existence. There had to be more. There just had to be. Because the mundanity. How do you... mundanity, whatever, of the adult world. I've never seen somebody use that, like mundanity, okay, whatever, of the adult world just felt suffocatingly boring. I met so many extremely wealthy, powerful people and grew up quite modestly in the North and learned that win or lose, none of it seemed to make anybody that happy. Everybody was just plodding along in quiet desperation, or worse yet, this is insane. The fact this is going towards Scientology and then couldn't do 40 years working just for money and call that a life. I wasn't really planning to go looking in religion for the answer. Okay, interesting. You see, I've never been religious. That's an understatement. Almost a decade ago, I actually won a prestigious debating championship, debating in favor of atheism, and have an extremely scientific approach to knowledge, which makes faith impossible for someone like me. Interesting. So, based on this alone, I think they would kill him for this. Like, I don't think you were an atheist. Anyways, maybe I'll make a video going into more details, but long story, I discovered that one of the most impressive people I've ever met and someone I very much looked up to was a Scientologist? Well, there was something new to try. Why not? I figured it would be weird, but whatever. I was bored. I had nothing better to do on a slow Tuesday. Because it was just, I'd fucked so many chicks at this point. I fucked so many chicks. I was just like, you know, I don't want to fuck chicks anymore. I want to do Scientology now. So I decided to give it a try, more out of curiosity than any real belief it would do anything. I went in to experience their therapy and take a couple of courses on how to overcome emotional ups and downs. Wow. Finally, a taste of actual freedom. It blew me away. This is fucking crazy, dude. This is insane. The study gave me, should we like play like some like inspirational music right now? Hold on a second. Well, this is not the right inspirational music, I think. Blew me away. The study gave me simple tools to practically handle the problems I had in life. Finances, relationships, emotional instability, fears, lacks of confidence, and a general feeling of living less than my potential. Why corporate? The therapy allowed me to see myself and meet myself without evaluation for the first time. And unlike past therapies and other shit I tried, the results weren't temporary this time. Oh, this is so good. As such, I was more able to take on bigger problems, starting businesses, finding my purpose, expanding my musicality, and discovering myself spiritually. I became more me. I became more aware, more conscious, more intelligent. Try Scientology today, guys. With the link down in the description, you get 5% off, and all you have to do is give me money. Give me money right now, today. I became kinder, richer, and broader. Extraordinary, life-changing. I've been scared, and just like not even finishing sentences, apparently.
Cheers for the lols.
Thank you for that, Q-Tracks. Appreciate the super chat. I've been scared to publicly write about this because I feared the social repercussions of being this open and honest. Telling someone I'm a Scientologist feels like telling someone I'm a... Jesus, dude. Feels like telling someone I'm a J in the early 1940s and hoping they're not German. So why am I writing this? Why risk the public ridicule? And on Facebook, of all places, the #1 place to get trolled and destroyed. Well, I've come to a place where I genuinely don't need to be liked and admired in order to feel enough. I have my own sense of personal integrity, and this is too high tempo. This is not working for me. I have my own sense of personal integrity, and I have now seen sufficient evidence for myself of the overwhelming effectiveness of this technology, such that it doesn't really bother me too much what people think. For what technology, dude? This is crazy. Thus, I risk social suicide and write this for 2 reasons. I am Hitler. Oh, wait, sorry. Quietly, I've been on a very, very personal journey and now handle myself such that I don't really have the problems that everyone knows are normal. I have spiritual peace, and though that's great for me, I walk around the world and it's suddenly more clear than ever that everyone else is lacking that. Why did he not do a dramatic reading of this, dude? Why did he not do like, come on, such a missed opportunity here, dude. I travel the world and I see so many sad people. So many people who don't love their lives and who are really not happy beneath the social veneer. I feel like a doctor walking through a street of gunshot victims. Slowly bleeding and doing nothing, saying nothing. I know how to treat these simple wounds that are killing them, and I do nothing. I say nothing, purely so I won't be embarrassed, in case the gunshot victim might think I'm a bit weird. That's no longer okay with my conscience. Dude, this is the most insane thing I think I've ever fucking... If you need proof that Scientology makes you insane, we have it right here. And this is the one thing in this video this guy has not read out loud, and I don't know why. Because contrary to what popular media is so eager to shove down your throat, there really are answers. It really is possible to achieve those spiritual goals set out in Buddhism and Hinduism and many other isms. Racism. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the racist. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, he did make a casual Hitler reference in a way that's scientific, in a way that requires no faith, no mysticism, no rituals, just the practical application of simple principles to any area of life you wish to handle.
Now inspired to put random objects in my butt.
Thank you for the super chat, Super Linux Audio Guru. You can change. You can be free. You can help others do the same. You probably have never met a Scientologist. I guess you could go the rest of your life without knowingly meeting one, as most people who do it keep it to themselves. So I figured if I was public with it, it would give my friends on here a rare chance to ask me anything they want. And I'll answer it. Probably in a personal message to avoid this post becoming the usual World War III. I thought he said he wasn't afraid of it, dude. That occurs anytime that anybody dares to express an opinion on here. If you want to know me, if you want to know more, hit the link below. I really do love you. And I really do want the best for you and for mankind, Steven. Bro. Oh my god, dude. Dude, this is insane.
We understand this and the rest of the video.
Yeah, this piano teacher sucks, dude. This shit sucks.
I'm going to have to give you guys a bit of a Scientology crash course. In 1950, Lafayette Ron...
Why is this guy... Bro, is this guy experiencing like a casual earthquake or something? Like all of a sudden we went from like this to now we're like this in a different take.
Ronald Hubbard, more commonly known as L. Ron Hubbard, who was an American science fiction author, invented his own pseudoscientific form of therapy that he called Dianetics. Early attempts to promote his ideas failed, and in 1953, he revamped Dianetics in the form of a religion he called Scientology. One of the main core principles behind Scientology is the Bridge to Total Freedom, which is a series of increasing levels of spiritual enlightenment, each of which cost an increasing amount of money to pass. Scientologists...
That's just proof that Scientology is a scam, dude. Like, I mean, what other benefit is there for you to pay money to advance in it other than... like just for them to get money out of you, like a shitload of money, like a stupid amount of money.
Ascend up these levels by going through a process called auditing, in which they are interrogated using hypnosis techniques while attached to an electrical resistance meter. The purpose of auditing is to rid the mind of engrams, which are traumatic memories that supposedly cause mental and physical problems. Once a person is free of engrams, they reach the state of clear. At this point,
all churches do that. I mean, I personally don't know. I'm not religious. I'm agnostic. I'm a cursed one. I drink Dr. Pepper.
It can start to ascend up the operating thetan levels, which are usually referred to as OT levels. The purpose of these is to rid the body of body thetan.
Totally lost interest in this. We'll see how much more we can get through it. Yeah, we don't really need the Scientology shit. We'll just skip to the worst in the scam part.
You might think that...
Okay, that was pretty concerning.
Although Scientology is a very bad organization, and Steven happens to be a part of it, this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with his scam course. Unfortunately, it does. Firstly, Steven, like any Scientologist who has been one for many years, has given a lot of money to the church. A good portion of this money is most likely from people who bought his course, who are supporting Scientology without their knowledge. Secondly, and this is the more important issue, accusations have been made that the Ridley Academy is a Scientology recruitment front. 3 years ago, a now deleted account posted this on r/piano on Reddit. The poster alleges that emails were sent to their daughter from the Ridley Academy with links to mental health resources and personality tests, which led to the Scientology website.
Wait, that's pretty fucked. Okay, this is probably the most damning thing here. This is like, he should have put this or like kind of led people towards this in the beginning of the video, because I think this is the actual like good shit right here.
They also claim that Steven tries to get the young and vulnerable women in the academy to develop feelings for him, so they are more easily manipulated by his recruitment tactics. Of course, I'm not just going to trust the word of some anonymous person on Reddit with no further information, so I had to do some research. This person claimed that the recruiting emails were sent by a man named Charlie Wackley. It turns out, Charlie Wackley is quite a high-ranking member.
Hold on a second here. He's got the same archetype as the Ridley guy, right?
A high-ranking member of the London Church of Scientology and has been involved with them for many years. Charlie works in Division 6 of the church, which is the division responsible for spreading the word of Scientology into the public. In other words, Charlie's job is to recruit people. He has been something of a public face for the London Church of Scientology over the years and has appeared in many of their promotional materials. In 2019, Tony Ortega, one of the leading journalists dedicated to the coverage of all things Scientology related, published this article about Charlie Wackley. It's titled, Scientology's Secret Weapon to Get Its Clutches on Your Children. In it...
That is a very concerning headline. No, yeah, I don't want Scientology to put any hands on my children, okay? I don't want anybody to put hands on my children. Let's keep it real here. Especially not Scientology, though.
He shares an email sent by Charlie to some other members of the London Scientology org, in which Charlie says, I have become a bit of an expert when it comes to getting kids and youth on the bridge, of course referring to the Bridge of Total Freedom. In September of 2020, right around when Steven was really starting to push the advertising for the...
Why does it always come back to the kids, bro? Because kids... I mean, I know it sounds really diddly, very diddlerish, but they have the most impressionable minds. I'm assuming that's why.
Ridley Academy, Charlie Wackley...
Shout out to the bridge. Yeah, PewDiePie does not like it.
...made a post with Steven on Instagram, saying in the caption that he would be teaming up with...
These are not real people, bro. I am starting to think these might be aliens. These are aliens, okay? These are not real people. You cannot convince me otherwise. This is insane right here. Yeah, they're lizard people. I didn't believe in lizard people until right now.
Teaming up with Steven to offer people help with their mental well-being and self-development in an effort to offer entrepreneurs and artists a proven way to reach their full potential. What he meant by this is that he was going to be working for the Ridley Academy. And I know this because I talked to him.
Oh shit, dude. Oh.
I'm not interested in really answering your question.
Here's how I did it. In order to research for this video, I decided to attend Steven's live masterclass, which I believe was actually live when I watched it. Anyway, it was supposed to last an hour.
Manipulating kids is weird. Yeah, some people would call it grooming.
But it went on for 4 hours. It was very, very, very painful to sit through. During the last 2 hours of it, all Steven did was try to pressure everyone into buying the course, which he discounted to $1,400 like he usually does. And let me tell you, he is determined. He is so determined to get people to buy the course that if you're on the fence about it, you can fill out a form with your contact information, and a Ridley Academy representative will personally call you and pressure you into buying the course. The 2 representatives tasked with this were a guy named Cody and Charlie Wackley. So I filled out the form twice to maximize my chances of talking to both of them. First, I talked to Cody. At first, I had to pretend like I was interested in buying the course to gain his trust.
Hey Raphael, this is Cody.
Oh yeah, hi Cody.
Oh my god, dude. This guy's gonna get fucking sued, dude. I might get sued for cutting this into his second channel video.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Recording and publishing conversations without consent is legal in Canada if it fits within public interest, which I believe this does.
Nice to meet you too. So I just watched the masterclass. Looks super cool.
Excellent.
Eventually, I asked him this.
Looks super cool, dude.
So what would you say about some of the people online who have alleged that they've gotten emails from the Ridley Academy with links to mental health resources that have led to the Scientology website?
I have no idea about that.
He's like, yeah, I can't tell if you're cool yet, man. I don't know, man. You don't really seem that cool yet. You don't really seem very reptilian to me.
I know that Steven himself practices Scientology, and it helped him. I think what happened on that was, I mean, first let me take a step back. I'm aware of the fact that there's like 6 or 7 really bad reviews of the Ridley Academy. The only issue with the bad reviews is that it's come from people who've never done the Academy. I wish one of them said like, hey, I did the Academy and it wasn't good. You know? It never says that. I mean, obviously, if something's really, 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 really bad, then I guess it means people need to know. I don't know how someone can imagine. I don't know. A lot of people told me they're really happy. You know? So that's just the first thing I think it's always important.
I mean, bro, that guy, this Ridley guy, he sounds like he's fucking brainwashed. Yeah, I think they will tell you they're really happy. Like, that Facebook post earlier was completely fucking unhinged, dude. Like, they scrambled his fucking brains. It's exactly like the episode of South Park, how they scrambled Chef's brains in the Super Adventure Club. Dude, they scrambled that guy's fucking brains.
Like, the source of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's sort of like someone saying they're Jewish, and then someone being like, "Oh no, I'm not going to do a course if someone's Jewish."
Yeah.
What? There's a lot of references to Jewish people, right? Like that's a lot of times in the short amount of time that we've talked about Scientology in this video. Like a majority of it was about like the piano shit. So it's kind of. I don't know a lot about Scientology, but that's kind of weird.
I mean, of course, like, you can believe whatever you want, that's fine. But I actually, I saw a post on someone who had done the Ridley Academy, or said her daughter had done the Ridley Academy, actually made a post on Reddit.
See, he's kind of fucked this up here. He should have, like, gone more deep cover, you know? He should have acted like he was into Scientology. Because he's kind of giving off, like, confrontational, like, calling him out on shit vibes. So like this guy's gonna like try to deny and subvert stuff like that.
A couple years ago, and she said that they were getting like emails from Charlie Wackley. You know Charlie, right? They were getting emails from Charlie leading them to Scientology services, and I thought that was kind of strange.
He didn't go deep cover enough, bro. Like, you're blowing your cover right now. This is not good. We need someone else to go undercover for the lulz. I don't know if you can do it for free though. I don't know.
Oh. I mean, all I know is what I had mentioned to you. I guess you got questions said that.
That's pretty much as far as we got. The rest of the conversation wasn't very interesting. Then, I talked to Charlie. I started the same way I started with Cody. Oh yeah, hi Charlie, how are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, I just watched the masterclass and it looked really cool. When I got to the Scientology part,
he should have planned this out. I feel like he didn't plan this out very much. Like he planned out like the first thing he was gonna say, but he didn't like figure out where he was gonna go from there. And I think it's kind of falling apart.
His responses were a little more interesting. Well, I do have another question for you, Mr. Wackley, which is...
Wackley? It's in plain sight, dude. Wackley.
What do you have to say about some of the people online who have said that they've bought Steven's course and they've received emails from the Ridley Academy with links to mental health resources and personality tests which led to the Church of Scientology website, and that those emails were from you?
Deafening silence.
Oh, I don't know about that. What's allegedly...
Oh, he's got him, dude. He's got him dead to rights here. Because it was this guy who did it, dude. It was this guy, Charlie Wackley. This was the guy who fucking did it. I don't know about that. What's allegedly happened? He caught him right here.
Well, there was a post on Reddit, actually, a couple years ago, and basically accusing the Ridley Academy of being a Scientology recruitment front. And, you know, I'm not going to just believe something I see on Reddit with no other context, but I have to admit it seems convincing because I know that, you know, at the London Scientology...
Well, I mean, why would they make that up, too? Not saying that, like, makes it completely true, but it's a very specific thing to make up. So I wouldn't just completely believe it, but, like, it makes you wonder, you know?
In Division 6, you know, one of your main duties was to recruit people, right? And now you're working for the Ridley Academy, so that seems a little suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I'm a Scientologist, and we don't really use the word recruit because you know, you don't convert to Scientology. It's kind of it's open to anyone. It's like a self-development or spiritual philosophy.
Of course, but you know, you're as a member of Division 6, that's kind of the division that's in charge of, you know, spreading the word of it, correct? And that's...
Whoa, dude. Called him up by division.
What your job was, pretty much.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's true.
Since that was your job, it does seem quite suspicious that you're now working for the Ridley Academy, and that there are people online who are alleging that you are doing this through the Ridley Academy.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's simply not true. There's no affiliation between the Ridley Academy and Scientology. You'll know,
busted.
Steven's a Scientologist, I'm a Scientologist.
Yes.
Yeah, not all, but a lot of people that work in the Academy are Scientologists, but it's a piano school.
I mean, okay, how about this? Okay, so... While it is true you shouldn't just believe something on Reddit, they did provide this guy's name. This guy who is a real person who works with this other guy, the Ridley guy. So they referenced this guy's name, and he's a real person, and he has him on the phone saying he's a Scientologist, and you know what I mean? Like, all the pieces are there. How would somebody know that? You know, right? Unless it's like a disgruntled friend or something trying to throw him under the bus. Like, I don't know. But I feel like if you wanted to do that, you'd go for something more direct.
You do Scientology.
Okay. Well...
again, that doesn't make it like concrete evidence, but it adds more to it for sure.
Is there anything you want to say on behalf of the Ridley Academy to the people who think it's a scam and a Scientology recruitment front?
No, I mean, I'm not a spokesperson for the church or for the Ridley Academy, so, I mean... And also, I find, you know, even your approach is very dishonest and misleading. You know, you could have just asked to speak to someone at the Ridley Academy, but you decided...
He's like, frankly, you seem like a scammer. Frankly, you seem like you might be running a cult, Mr. Raphael.
Like, pretend to be someone interested, and then... So you're accusing us of stuff that you're doing yourself.
Well, yes, of course I've been dishonest in order to get this conversation with you, but first of all, I'm admitting it, and secondly, I'm not taking anybody's money or trying to recruit them into Scientology, as some people are accusing you of doing.
True.
I'm not taking any of your money or talking to you about Scientology, so...
Yeah, I'm not accusing you of doing that to me.
Stuff that you're doing yourself.
You're not doing that to me, but the Ridley Academy is taking people's money for a scam piano course. So that is definitely something very wrong that the Ridley Academy is doing.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I do several different music-related jobs.
Okay, so have you taught people music?
Yeah, I've taught some people, but since I'm still a student,
I've taught some
I'm not
people.
really the most qualified teacher, so I charge a pretty reasonable amount for my services.
But you did take money off people to teach them.
He should have not given them any like real information about himself, to be honest. That's probably a bad move.
Music.
Yeah, but I actually taught them.
We have thousands of happy students who have paid us money to learn music. Well, look, you're entitled to your opinion.
Wait, thousands, bro? Okay, that's probably not true, but thousands? Like $3,000 each? That's like $3 million, right?
I think this conversation is just going to go around in circles, to be honest. I don't think this is the right program for you. I don't think, you know, we're not interested in you doing the program, or I'm not interested in really answering your question. But I appreciate you taking the time to have the call.
Okay, and I appreciate you talking to me, Charlie. And by the way, I actually made a video about the Ridley Academy a couple weeks ago, talking about how I believe it is a scam. And since then, several other people have made videos about it as well, also talking about how they believe it's a scam. So right now,
This guy might go missing, dude. You bet he's getting sued. Or he's going to end up a Scientologist with scrambled brains talking about, you know, how he's going to make some crazy Hitler comparisons and, you know, how all of a sudden he's enlightened and he doesn't need to have sex anymore and shit like that.
trying to get more information, trying to get more of a perspective, trying to do more research, because I think this is a very important issue that I think I should explore further. So thank you for helping me with this.
Yeah, totally fine. Well, thanks for taking the time.
All right, Charlie.
I just fuck so many bitches. The only thing that can enlighten me anymore, I can no longer be enlightened by pussy. Ugh, it's disgusting. Or bussy even. Ugh. I need some of that alien. That L. Ron Hubbard.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. So, as you would expect, Charlie denied it all. But it is definitely very suspicious that a Scientology recruiter who self-admittedly focuses on recruiting children is working for the Ridley Academy, and that someone who didn't even know who he was accused him of doing exactly that. So, there you have it. Obviously, the course is a scam, and it sure looks like some Scientology recruiting is going on there as well. I can't fully prove this, though, so I'll let you come to your own conclusion about that, now that we also have Charlie's side of the story. And this brings us to the end of the video. I would never ask you guys to smash that like button or smash that subscribe button, but if you want to, out of your own free will.
I mean, this was good, but like I think he could have cut it down a bit. Like it was too much background information. But yeah, this was Raphael Kamal. I don't know how you say Komiu. I don't know how the fuck to say it. I'm Hawaiian, goddammit.